What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me here at the Underground. So tonight I want to tell you what I think's going on with silver, and I just want to talk a little bit more about the importance of having silver for barterability in this whole cashless society direction that we're moving in, actually around the world. Coming up. So why is it so important to have precious metals for barterability and purchasing power? Well, the way the world is moving today, every country is pushing towards a cashless society, which would give the government ultimately the power to tell you how much of something you could buy and if you could even buy it. Imagine having a yard sale a couple times a year and the government sending you a 1099 for the items that you sold at your yard sale. That's mind-blowing and it's scary. That's why precious metals are extremely important, because they give us this ability to have peer-to-peer transactions still outside the government, because our cash, our currency is going away, and ultimately there's no value behind it. It's not real money like precious metals. Now, this trend is catching all around the world. Sweden is supposed to be the first country to actually go cashless by 2023. Finland is right behind them. South Korea already has the infrastructure in place to go cashless. China is talking about coming out with a digital gold-backed yuan. Australia is talking about going cashless within the next couple years, and Ecuador already has a national digital currency. So this is the direction the world is moving in, and make no mistake, the United States is right there too. They just don't talk about these things openly like other countries do, because being the land of the free, us the American people wouldn't want that, because it hurts us, it doesn't benefit us. And when you make a transition like that, it's extremely hard, it's not easy. It would take our standard of living and probably cut it in half. Let's take a step back in history. 1933, President Roosevelt. They did the gold confiscation and confiscated everybody's gold, except for collectibles and jewelry. Keep that in mind. Now, after they confiscated everybody's gold, they revalued the price of gold and made it worth a lot more than what it was. By them doing that, anyone holding dollars took a massive loss to their purchasing power. It cut your purchasing power about by 40%. So could you imagine waking up next month, next week, next year, and losing half of your purchasing power, losing half of your money's value, half of your paycheck, but the price of commodities, gas, food, everything stays the same? That would take our standard of living and cut it in half, which, let's face it, the average American is actually having a really hard time right now getting by. So this would pretty much put us into poverty. A lot of people are saying that is one of the plans here, is to create a two-tier society. Either you are an owner or a renter. Either you're a have or a have-not. So unless you're one of the elite out there listening to this, we're going to be have-nots if something like this happens. This is why it is so important to have precious metals, because it will hold and it will protect your purchasing power. And even if they forced us to go into this cashless society, that is going to make the value of these precious metals go through the roof. And that's one of the reasons they're starting to now. All the uncertainty out there in the world. And the more uncertainty kicks in, the more closer we get to a cashless society, the more these precious metals are going to do their job and protect us as a safe haven. So, what's going on with silver? Mind you, these are just my opinions. I'm not a professional, and this is just what I'm doing and what I'm seeing. Take what you want, throw the rest out, but you gotta do what you're comfortable with. So anyways, we seen a healthy pullback today on silver. And like I said, healthy. It is good to see a nice pullback. Nothing goes straight up, because if it did, it's going to come straight down. And we don't want that. We want silver and gold to slowly build up their purchasing power and the prices that they're meant to be at. And even if silver did drop down, I would be extremely happy to get it a little bit more at a cheaper price, but I honestly don't see that, at least not right now. Now you can see this triangle pattern I drew around the price of silver. And today, when silver fell, it hit support, which is really great, a couple times. And you can see where that red arrow is. It bounced off support, so support is doing its job, and that is looking really strong and healthy. Now, at the end of this triangle, you can see a yellow arrow, and that's around August 3rd. Around August 3rd, either silver has to break up or down. And that's going to let us know, the next direction it's moving in. But ultimately, it's looking healthy, support's doing its job as of now, and I see it moving up. Now, if we break this triangle and start moving in an upward trend, I could see us easily this next round bumping up to $28. So, we'll see what happens, but either way, guys, this metal is extremely undervalued. It's moving up, going into the future, and this safe haven asset is going to be a safe haven. So, get your precious metals, put them in your preps, and hold on to them for when the time comes, because I get you. I promise you this, we're going to need them in this world we're living in. I hope everyone's staying safe. I hope you're all doing good. And please, everyone, keep prepping. Have a good night out there.